Hello DevOps friends, it's me, Jochen, the Monospace Mentor, and it's Friday, so welcome to my office hour. In my office hour, I answer your questions. You can ask questions about all the stuff that I know a little bit about, mainly Linux system administration, software engineering, IT career questions, everything around the DevOps SRE space. These things, that's what I specialize in, and that's what I'm here for today. If you want to get your questions answered, go to mspc.sh/officehour. On that page, on my website, there's an interactive panel where you can add messages, ask questions, and that makes it easy for me to get them on screen regardless of the channel from which you are watching this. Short of Code joining us on Twitch, for example. Hello, how you doing? Happy Friday. And so I'd rather have you type your questions on the Q&A panel at mspc.sh/officehour than in chat, because it's far easier for me to track. If someone already asked a question that you have yourself, you can simply upvote it, and it's easy for me to get them on screen so people just joining the channel know the context that is related to what I'm talking about. So that's how this works. You ask questions. I sit here and wait for your questions. Short of Code says, seems like audio video is out of sync. That might be a Twitch issue, because I did a recording test earlier and everything was nicely in sync. I mean, it's still possible to have become out of sync for some reason. If someone on the other channels can confirm or deny if that's the case, if it's an issue on my side, it should show on all the channels. Twitch, YouTube, and my own cast at live.monospacementor.com. Might just be a Twitch issue. That happens from time to time. I guess it's not an issue while I don't have anything to talk about, since there aren't any questions on the board yet. However, I can tell you a little bit about my Linux course that started yesterday. I decided to do a Linux course as a live course streamed on my 3 channels, and we started yesterday and we will continue on a weekly basis on Thursday evenings. So if you are interested in the course, then simply use the !Linux course command. Simply type it in chat, !Linux course, enter, and it'll get you to the details page where you can sign up. We are going to do all kinds of beginner topics around Linux system administration. So if that's a topic that you wanted to get into or want to get a little bit of more detailed knowledge, then that's probably for you, and I'd be happy to see you on Thursday evenings, at least in my time, for our weekly sessions. !Linux course is the command that gets you all the details. And if you're here to ask questions, then post them to the Q&A board at this URL. And if you don't have any questions, feel free to share something in chat, say hello, like Short of Code did, and tell me something that excites you. Is there some open source software that you've been trying out that you find really great? Or is there a tool that you'd like to recommend, or a open source based service or something like that? These things are super interesting for me, and I'd love to learn more about them. As long as there are no questions on the board, I'll simply finish my coffee. Post-lunch coffee is always the best coffee. Personally, I have an interesting weekend ahead of me. It's going to be full of karate. Tonight there's karate class. Tomorrow there's going to be a karate seminar by a Swedish sensei who's visiting Ireland. And on Sunday we have the Ireland squat coach doing a class for us. And on Monday there's another regular karate class. So it's 4 days of karate in a row, and probably on Tuesday I won't get out of bed, but we'll see about that. Let me set another nifty feature up that I just had an idea for. Shot of Code asks, are you familiar with Laravel/Composer packages? No, I am not. I am familiar with Laravel. It's a great framework. I haven't used it though. The only web application that I'm actively developing is built on Ruby on Rails. Ruby is my bread and butter language, has been for 15 years now. And now that I'm looking for a compiled language with typing, I will actually do a little bit in Crystal, which is basically Ruby just with a compiler. And so I do know Laravel mostly because my day business is managed hosting for Drupal and WordPress. So I am active in the PHP ecosystem, and of course Laravel has a great reputation there. And Composer, of course, is used with Drupal and WordPress as well. So I do know the technologies, but I have no personal experience with using Laravel and Composer packages. But since we are still short on questions, I think, yeah. Tell me a little bit more about the background of your question. What would you like to know, or is there something that you'd like to share? Sure, of course, I suppose the stack isn't so important. I'm exploring ways to deploy some front-end assets from a Composer package or any package thing to an S3 bucket. Just wondering if you have any advice. No, haven't done that yet. I see why you would want to do that. Basically, compile assets during build, and then offload them to S3 so they can be served efficiently. Does make sense. That does make sense, but haven't done it in that way yet. Any reason why you take this approach instead of, say, using a CDN? Okay, so you are using a CDN. You're just using S3 as an intermediate stage. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Well done. Again, if you've just joined us, this is my office hour. I answer questions during that time about DevOps, SRE, at Linux, Ruby, software engineering, all kinds of things. So if you have any questions, post them to mspc.sh/officehour, and I'll do my best to answer them. This is one of the easiest live streams I do because I don't have to prepare anything and just sit here and let you do the typing work. Excuse me. Looks like it's a quiet Friday afternoon. Nobody's got no questions. That's fine as well. I don't mind chilling a bit. Especially after last night's Linux course, where I did a course lecture for 3 hours here on my live streaming channels. If you're interested in learning Linux system administration, the command !Linux course might be interesting to you. Just type it in chat and you'll get the details about my free live streamed Linux course. We started yesterday with foundational information, history of Linux, and a few things about the operating system in general. And next week we are going to continue with a few shell basics, with a Vim tutorial, and a little bit of a deeper look into the file system. It's going to be interesting. Simply type in chat !Linux course, enter, and you'll get the detailed URL. Let me test something. Does this relay to all my chats? It does work, however, doesn't post to YouTube because there's some blockage in there. What is that? No. Okay, this looks better. Just message. Yep. Cool. It's realized to all chats now. That makes things a lot easier. However, it appears 3 times as well. There's nothing I can do about that, can I? Guess until I've solved that duplication issue. Oh, okay, I can simply deactivate it. Okay, so if you are new here, welcome to my office hour. It's where I answer questions. That's all I do during my office hour. You can ask questions about DevOps, sysadmin stuff, programming, all kinds of IT questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. The only request I have is that you post your questions to this page here, mspc.sh/officehour, and it'll be displayed on screen when I answer it. It's still duplicating. Why is that? Not a single question on the board. That's unusual. So everyone has already left for the weekend. Well, it looks like nobody's got any questions anyway. So there's no use in extending this simply by sitting here. It's going to be boring for everyone involved. Again, if you are interested in my Linux course, then I'll post the command myself. If I can enable the right window, Linux course, here you go. mspc.sh/free-linux-course. And I'll be back next week with my office hour on Friday, with the Linux course live lecture on Thursday evening, as you can see on the URL that I just posted. And maybe probably I will do also some live coding here on my channel, so don't forget to follow the channel. And if there's nothing else, I would say, everyone, have a great weekend. Until next week, take care.